straightforward soap. Quite quick, so no lots of layers or anything. So I've got all my oils and my lye solution and sodium lactate, and it's all going in together in one lot. Not something I do often. It's very rare that I get to just make a whole soap together. So we're just going to blend that up. Okay, I think that will do, because I do want to keep the bulk of this really quite fluid. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I want to do just a tiny weeny little bit of piping on the top. I'm putting holly throughout this soap, and I want to have some holly berries on the top. I've already got some holly leaves, so I've got a tiny little bit there of red mica. That's terracotta red in there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this soap in. It's only going to be a really tiny bit because these berries aren't going to need much. Get that mixed in. Now I'm going to give that a little blend with my mini mixer. I can't do it on screen because it's plugged in over there. Hopefully I don't put too much air in it. Okay, so I'm happy that that is all blended together nicely. Super runny, but that's okay. This is going to be, as I said, a little bit of piping, so just making that first. What I am going to do though is, because I don't want to wait hours for it, is I'm going to warm that in the microwave a little bit so that will help it along. So that's really quite warm now. Let's just take the temperature of that. 164. Now I wouldn't normally advise warming your piping, especially if you've got a lot to do, but this is just going to be tiny weeny little amount for my berries. Right, this soap here, I'm doing an ombre with it, so I need to split it into the dark and light. The dark colour I'm using, as it were, is this gold. This is Golden Shimmer, my favourite gold. This is a lovely gold. It's Mica Mama. We're so lucky in the UK to have Mica Mama because they have such amazing micas, and often people moan about, you know, you use a mica and it looks so pretty, and then when you put it in the soap, you know, it loses its shimmer. These ones, the Golden Shimmer and that, you can actually still see the sparkle, and they're shimmery as you actually see them in the soap. So they are brilliant micas. Right, I'm just going to weigh this. Okay, so I've got 1,504 grams of soap in there. So I'm going to put a third in here, which will be pretty well 500 grams, and leave the rest in the pot. So I'm just going to weigh that off and come back. Okay, so this is my Golden Shimmer just being mixed in here. Now it's quite strong, this gold here, but it's going to be diluted as it's going to be poured into the ombre. Right, and then I need TD in here. So let's get these mixed in. I've got some embeds to go in. This is going to be holly and berries soap. So I've extruded a load of holly leaves with I Dreaming Soap extruder discs and some little holly berries. And I have already, I hope, yes, trimmed them to size, so that's great. So essentially I'm just going to do an ombre, and then I'm going to start, as we get sort of up the soap, bringing the holly in. I don't want the holly all the way through the soap. I want it sort of gathered more around the top of the soap. Right, let's get this fragrance oil. Now the fragrance oil, oh, this is such a gorgeous fragrance oil. It's Christmas Tree from Candle Shack in the UK, and it's a lovely Christmas tree fragrance. It has got a pine, quite a lot of pine to it, but it's not sort of toilet cleaner pine. It's really really fresh, and it definitely just smacks of Christmas. It doesn't accelerate, or it might do a tiny weeny bit, but barely noticeable, and it doesn't discolour, and it holds nice and strong in soap. And it's not, Candle do some good value fragrance oils as well, so that's great. So let me split this up. Okay, I'm not weighing it out because these two batters are going to be mixed together anyway in an ombre, so I'm sort of eyeballing it, but I've got some little marks in there, so I can do a good estimation. Now I do want this to be quite fluid, because an ombre is always better when you've got a fluid soap, because you don't then get sort of the lines between the ombre. You get much more of a gentle gradient. My Caterpillar from Custom Craft Tools, so we can pour down the side of our mould. If you haven't got anything like this, then obviously you can just, you know, I went for years just using cans and, you know, tin cans and tea towels and all that sort of stuff. But this is always really tricky, isn't it, to get this on the camera. Oh, there we are. Right, you can probably see that. I have no clue if I can pour it like that, because that is completely backwards. I'm going to try. I might have to give up, but I'm sure you've seen me do ombres before. I like ombres and I do them quite a lot, so I'm sure you see me probably have this same conundrum of how I'm going to do it. So literally just taking the soap. How are we doing? I think that's all right. Let's see if oh, not too bad.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Okay, so my my piping is now at a good piping consistency, so putting some heat into that really worked. And I've just got a Wilton number 5, just a round tip there. And the piping bags I use, I always just use these, gosh, what even are they? PME Arts and Crafts piping bags, because I just don't like the idea of the disposable ones. Every now and again I do own some disposable ones, but then I always just wash them up and reuse them anyway. I'm not keen on the whole plastic, use it once, and then also when you see sometimes people put the soap piping in plastic and then put that plastic inside another piping bag. I understand why they do it, but for me, and obviously it's all a personal choice, I don't want to be putting that much plastic into things, whereas this can all be washed up and reused again and again. Okay, so very simple. I'm just going to pipe just some little berries. That's all we're doing.
I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around.
And the reason I'm piping these is because I could have done what I did with the leaves and chopped off bits of the berry embeds that are in the soap, but I just think the piped berries really do look a lot better.
That I've lit something in me. See you coming closer from across the room. My heart is pounding.
Okay, so I'm just pushing down as I squeeze and then releasing. Okay, just to do a little berry.
I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for that we'll fall in love in this winterland. Could we fall in love in this winterland? Wanna fall in love in this winter wonderland.
Okay, so there's my little berries and everything on the top, and I think they look really cute. That tip is a lovely one for the berries. It's just the right sort of size, I think, to give nice plump little berries that we've got there. So I'm pleased with those. So I've got, I'd like to squeeze a couple more in there, but I think, all right. Oh, how many of you had spotted this one? I bet some of you did, didn't you? I missed one. Okay, if you can see any more, let me know. I know you can't actually let me know. Right. I think they're done now. I think that's it. Right, so I'm going to put this to gel overnight and then we'll cut it tomorrow. Here we are with our cute little holly soap. I really love that top on it. That's come out really nicely. Let's get that cut and see what we've got inside. Oh, they've come out really well. I actually really like, I wasn't expecting it to happen, but I think it's a really nice effect here. Can you see where the ombre was a bit darker at the top? And when I pushed the embeds through, it's given those like little dark trails, and it almost looks like there's little stems on some of those hollies. I think they've come out really pretty. I like those. Let's have a look at some other ones. So quite a simple soap. Smells lovely. This fragrance is really beautiful, this Christmas tree fragrance. I do really like, I don't know if you can see those, the little trails coming off of, that would be good if, if you were trying to do shooting stars or something, that would be quite a good effect. So those come out really cute. And they do smell lovely. Oh, I I love that. I'm going to do that again some other time with those. Look at those trails coming down. Oh, I think they're really good. One of those happy accidents, I guess you call it, isn't it?
And here's a final photo of the soap. Thanks so much for watching this video, folks. I do really appreciate the time you spend with me. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, it would be great if you gave me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see what I'm making in the future, then why not subscribe to my channel. Happy soaping, everyone!